Today we are going to be implementing the third and final piece of the feature that we've been building out over the last few videos. We have already done the backend, already done the UI, and today we're going to be implementing the front end code to bring them together. If you guys have been enjoying this series, make sure you like and subscribe, but otherwise, let's just get into it. So this is the feature that we've been working on for the last couple of videos. The backend is already done, the front end is already done. In case you missed what we did in the last video, if you go up here now and you add a tag to the URL, we can go up here and say we want our tag equals aerospace. So now it will only show products with the aerospace tag, but we can add multiple tags in here. So we can say aerospace and tag equals nature. We go ahead and hit this. We will also get the ones, or what are those in the back end? I forget. PM run DB studio. This right here, product tag, natural. Okay, it's natural, my bad. So then if we switch to have two tags in here, tag equals aerospace and tag equals natural, we'll go ahead and get all these products. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to implement the actual search feature. The way this will work is I can go in here, I can type in aerospace or whatever, that'll bring up a list of search results that match that. This is just searching through the tags. We hit aerospace, it'll add it to the URL up here, and then it will only show us results that match that. And we'll also probably add a little thing over here so you can see a list of all the currently selected tags. So let's go ahead and start working on that. We're gonna begin with the, we're on products page here. So we're going to go to the page.svelte, and then let's go ahead and start with just the actual search field right now. So if we go ahead in here, we want to search on key down. So instead of going ahead and implementing this from scratch, I'm just going to go to the tags page here. So within the admin page, I implemented something very similar to this. I showed it off in the last video. So where I want to start here is going to be actually on the admin page. I've already implemented something very similar to this. What I did is I went ahead and I created a value called search query. I bound that value to the input. Then I went up here and I created a listener to where whenever the search query is not equal to an empty string, I want to handle the input change and pass in the search query. Within this handle input change, I'm going ahead and using a debound system to only search if they haven't typed anything for 400 milliseconds. So I go in here, clear the current debounds timer, and then I set it to be a new one. We'll talk about this when we implement it on the other page. Set a timeout, then we handle our search. And when we handle our search, all we're really doing in here is we are just actually posting to the API endpoint we have in here, which will search for what we're looking for, give us the results, and then send these results to, and then set these results to be equal to a state variable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and grab this search. We'll go back over here. These are the test results. We will be wiping those out in a second. Whoops, we need to go up here and make sure that this is in TypeScript. So lang equals TS. Now that we've done that, so we just want to add our query. So instead of doing admin product / whatever, our actual URL path is going to be just products. So it's going to do a post request to products, because within our page.server here, we only have one action, I believe. Yes. So we just have our default action. It's not named. We just go in here. It takes in a query, searches for that query, and sends down the tags with a tag name and tag description. Okay, cool. So that's what we'll type it. We need to add deserialize from our actual, from Svelte. Then we'll go down here, and then we're actually going to have, the type is going to be different. It's going to be searched tags. Then tag name is the correct, but we also have tag description, string. This is one thing I do wish that we had in Svelte. I wish there were a way to get cleaner end-to-end type safety here. I'm not sure of a way. If you guys do, definitely let me know down below. But this would be, it'd be really nice to have a way to get the front end to just intrinsically know, hey, this is this type, and I didn't have to manually type it. I guess I could like set this as a type, and I could maybe export the type down here or something. I don't know. There's maybe a way to do it, but it feels odd at best. So then we will do, let's go over here. We're going to need to grab this type here. We're going to yank this. We're going to say search results equals an empty array, and then the type of this is going to be this. And then we're going to just go down here and say search results equals searched tags. There we go. And then I'm just going to want to go ahead in here and say on change. This will all be changing in Svelte 5 really soon, which is going to be, we're definitely going to do a video on taking this entire project and moving it into Svelte 5. Oh, whoops. This needs to actually be, let search results equals this. My bad. We'll do a whole video to converting all of this to Svelte 5. To be honest, just being honest with you guys, I am not super familiar with the $ syntax. I got into working with it and learning more about it recently, but I've kind of realized that, Svelte 5 is right around the corner and the effect rune is coming. So really, I don't care too much. So I'm not too worried about what this does. And the way I'm currently using it works, and it will be re-implemented with effect as soon as we can. So don't worry too much about this. This video honestly will be out of date pretty soon, which I guess I really shouldn't be saying, but it will be just for the sake of honesty. This is going to be out of date for a lot of this code when Svelte 5 comes out. The actual concepts of form actions and the front end, or form actions and setting data up and down and all that stuff, that's not going to change, but the actual syntax will. So just keep that in mind. But now that we've done this, okay, we have this handle search. I want to go back over to my admin page. Tags. We'll go to our / come on, there we go. Tags, then we want to go up here. I'm just going to copy what we had up here. Search query and debounce timer. So we'll do this first. So we want our debounce, no. We want to grab our, what the heck? Oh, I made that lowercase, my bad. That was, okay, I don't know what the heck I did there, but okay, maybe we'll cut that out, maybe we won't, I don't know. I think I've been using Vim for years now, but every once in a while I do something like that where I just do that. I noted here that this feels really dumb the way I'm doing it. Again, this is just my lack of a deep understanding of the $, but I believe this should work. Basically what I'm doing here is I just don't want to actually search unless we have some data in there. And honestly, maybe I might put some default data into the search results so that when you click into the box, it'll show those. We'll think about that in a second. Actually, that gave me an idea. But for right now, we won't worry too much about that. We're going to go into this input here, and we're just going to bind value equals search query. Is that the right syntax? Did I reverse that? Bind value. Oh, whoops. There we go. We got to delete that. So now we've got our search query in here. So now if we inspect element and we go over here, we go to our console, so we have an array of 0. If we type in arrow, we should get an internal server error. That's great. So what went wrong here? Form action cannot stringify non. Well, that's lovely. Let me check back over here. That is all correct. So deserialize is correct here. Response.text, that is all the same. Our page.server, let's double check up here. Make sure that it's just make sure that all we're dealing with here is some front end errors. So we do arrow, that should blow up here, but if we go up to this, oh, it's because I was returning a promise. Every once in a while, you forget to put the await in front of your thing. So now if we do this, now we should, yep, aerospace, beautiful. And if we get natural, this should give us natural. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yep, that's my bad. Every once in a while, you forget these things, but make sure you put your awaits before your things because we were returning a promise, which we did not want to do. Okay, cool. So this is working correctly. Our search results are now working. Everything is good here. Now we can go ahead and just implement the rest of this UI. This video will be a lot shorter than I thought it would be. It just kind of worked. I love it when things just work. It's lovely. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go into our search results here. So this is currently printing out test results. Let's do search results now. And then instead down here in result, we're going to do result.tag name. And then we only want to go ahead and do this if, let's go ahead and make this JavaScript so that we can add some fancy stuff in here. And then we're going to do $1 in here, and we're going to do, what's it called? Search results dot length equals 0. And then if that's true, we want to do hidden. We want to make sure that this is hidden if it's not there. So now it's currently hidden. And then if we do arrow, we get arrow space. Awesome. Man, I love it when things just work. That's awesome. Okay. Cool. Natural. Delete it. Okay, so it doesn't, we'll think about the clearing behavior in a second here. But for right now, I'm okay with this. Let's just do that. So there we go. So it wipes out. We'll think about the behavior to clear out the results there. We could maybe we just put a giant wall on top of the entire site where if you click outside of it, it dismisses like a modal or something. I don't know. We'll think about that in a sec. But for right now, I want to implement actually make this work to add to our URL. So I've never actually done this before, which I say a lot more than I probably should. But what we want to do is we want to make it so that when we press on one of these, when we press on aerospace, it will add a tag to our URL here. So I believe what we can do here is we should be able to import URL from app/navigation, hopefully. What can we get out of this? We should be able to get, like, what does app navigation have? Like I said, I haven't done this before. I need to double check. SvelteKit URL. Request handler, web standards, URL APIs. Yeah, page.url. That's it. Okay, my bad. It's import URL from $page/store, right? Or is it, I just did this in the navbar actually. It's our page from app stores. So we want it to be this. Yeah, so we're gonna grab some information about the page, perfect. And then we use the $sign to subscribe. Okay, cool. So that works the way I think it does. So we grab our page here. Now what we want to do is we want to, I just want to check. Let's just do console.log $page.url. Search params. Let's just see what pops up there. This should work the way I believe. If it works the way I believe it does, it's URL search params size of 2, has some crap in there. We have a tag of aerospace and natural. Okay, awesome. So now if we do search params.get all of tag, if we do that, we should now get an array of aerospace and natural. Awesome. So it's just the natural. It's the natural search params API. Perfect. So what we need to do in here is make a new function called addParam. And then this is going to take in a param, which will be a string. And then what this is going to do, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do const current params is going to be equal to, actually, let me zoom in. Sorry. I forgot to do that before I started recording. I always forget to do that. This should make it a better viewing experience. I apologize. I should do this before I record. I was working for many hours today and I just get used to doing it on my own size display. And I forget that for viewing experience, this is much better. I will definitely try and remember this in future videos. Okay, so we grab our current params, and then what we're going to do is we're going to say if not cur params. This is not the most efficient thing ever, but I don't really care because, you know, we're not going to be working with huge arrays here. Param. So if it's not currently in the param, then we want to do page.url.searchparams.append. And then we want to do tag, and the value is going to be param. Perfect. And then we're going to just do a test on mount to be, or Or actually, no, we don't need to do it that way. Let's just go down here and go to the buttons themselves. So this button, we're going to say on click equals this, and then we just go ahead and say add param result dot tag name. Okay, cool. So we're just adding a param here. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and clear these out. We just clear these. We don't need any of those. Hit enter. Everything should show up normally. Let's add natural. So natural is here. We hit that and nothing happens. Oh, because we need to go to actually. Okay. So what we need to do is actually do, yeah, because we need to actually redirect to that page. So we're going to use go to here, and then we're going to do just, actually, let me just test this. Tag equals natural. I believe this is how it works off the top of my head. Again, I've never actually implemented this before, so you guys just bear with me here. So when we press that, is this going anywhere? Let's just move this up here. Okay, tag you. Okay, so it does work correctly. So here, all.log no in. That behavior is actually working a little differently than I thought. Natural. So this, it shouldn't show up, but then if I do aerospace, this should, yeah, it's not in. Okay, cool. So what we want to do is, let me see actually what this looks like. Console.log cur params dot to string. This is interesting because I think what I'm doing here is I think I'm making either a current params. Oh wait, no, that's the array. Whoops. We want page.url.search params dot okay, let's check what just these look like to string. So if we do arrow space, we hit this, tag equals natural. And tag equals arrow space. So we're doing this right here. So now when we take, or I guess what else do I have in here? Do I have any other in the back end? Product tag, arrow space. Let's add another one. Let's do testing, and then, whoops, testing. This is not real. We'll save that change. So we have that guy in there. And now if we go ahead and search up testing, we hit this guy. Okay, awesome. So all we have to do actually is this. Then the real question here is now just going to be const. If we do $page.url.search params .append, and we add in a new tag called testing, let's do this before and after. Let's see what this looks like. So if we do testing now, we hit this button, tag equals aerospace, and tag equals testing. Awesome. So now all I have to do is we just append that guy there, and then we're going to go ahead and just do go to, and then we'll do this. It will be question mark, and then just pass in $this, $page.url.search params to string. We do all that, hit this button, and then instead of going to testing, we want to go to the param that we pass in. Awesome. Okay, so that whole system now, if we go ahead in here, we go to testing, we hit this button, nothing is happening. What is going on? So this should be showing up. We should be in that block, right? We're not in that block. We refresh this page and we hit testing. Oh, okay, because I had already appended it before, so the state did not match this. Okay, so that was just a debugging thing. So if we replace this, testing, nothing happens here. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I think that whole system now works. Let's go ahead and just test this from the ground up. We'll delete all of these, hit that. Let's go ahead and just look at aerospace, hit this button, only aerospace shows up. And now let's go ahead and add in natural, hit that. And now aerospace and natural should show up, but they're not both showing up. Wait, let me test that again. Did it not refire the, is this asynchronous? I think we also want to invalidate all. I think that should handle it. If we do natural, because we want to make sure that we rerun our go to options related to the navigation. We shouldn't really care. Oh yeah, that's what we need to do. Whoops. We want to do invalidate all true. Whoops, there we go. So we want to make sure that because this is just to make sure that our load function is called again. So we want natural to show up and we want aerospace to show up. Awesome. Okay, great. That worked. Okay, so now with all of this set up, our tag system works. We can add tags here, filter down over here. Let's work on this UI over here. So the thing I'm going to want to do here is when we actually hit a search over here, we definitely want to, for right now, it should be enough to say search results equals empty an empty array. So we want to clear our search results at least. So when we type in aerospace, we hit that. I guess nothing happened there. Really, we should probably do that up here no matter what. So that whenever we hit one of these, we can clear it. Aerospace, clear it. Natural, clear it. And testing, clear it. Okay, cool. So that works the way we want it to. And it also doesn't break when I hit natural because we don't want natural showing up here 100 times. We only want it to go up if it's not already there. So this addParam feels good. That's done. Now I want to go over here and I want to populate this out with some of these tags. So let's go ahead and do, I'm also printing out these product cards multiple times, I know, but that's, we're just doing that for right now to make this look more filled out. So we go over here to our filter by tag. We have this guy right here, this div. So these are our search results. This is an absolute, this is relative. So let's add something after this. Let's just put a div right here. And let's just fill this with some content. And let's just say class name bg-blue-500. Let's see where we're looking. Okay, perfect. So this is going to show up right down here. I'm going to do padding top of, say like 8. Give it some space up there. We could probably use a margin, but I don't think it matters. So we want to do that. And then now that we've got this in here, we're going to go ahead and set this up to actually work. So we're going to do flex. We're going to do flex wrap. We're going to do gap-4. And then in here, what I want to do is I want to say, what do I want to do? Let's just do hashtag each. And then we're going to do page dot, what was it? URL dot search params dot, whoa, where is it? Get all, and then we're going to say tags. So we want to get all the tags. We're going to do each as tag, and then we're going to close our each. The LSP is really slow here, which does kind of suck. For right now, let's just put a div in here that is going to be the tag, just the tag. We will add more to this in a second. So natural, aerospace, and testing. Awesome. So now what we're going to want to do is I think I'm going to want to turn these into buttons, but I actually like how these look better. So we're going to go ahead over here and do, let's go to the product card here. So on the product card, I have these badges. The badge looks fire. Let's grab this, go back here. Let's hit that. We don't need this guy in here. We'll scroll back down to wherever we were, which was right here. We're going to make this a badge. This is going to be a badge. Cool. So we have these guys in here. So natural, aerospace, and testing. I'm going to make the gap less. It's going to be like 2. I think I want to make the text a bit larger on these. So we're going to add a class and we're going to say text XL, maybe. That might be better. Natural, that's a little gross. Large, maybe. Font light. I'm going to chill those out a little bit. Tag. Let's also add in hover point cursor pointer, and then let's also do so we want to add a cursor, a pointer, or hover cursor pointer so that we can do this because we want users to click on this. Then we'll go ahead and do an on click event equals this, and then we need to make basically the inverse of the function we made right before. So addParam needs a remove param. Remove param. Okay. So we want to go ahead in here. We want to take the param and we want to go ahead and do, what do we want to do? What is the most, is there just a like remove tag thing? Oh my God. This LSP is so freaking slow. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like, I feel like there's got to be something wrong on my end, but this just feels awful to use. I freaking love Svelte, and I don't know if it's a Svelte problem or just a big TypeScript problem. Okay, come on. You don't want this. Dot. Okay, there we go. So it was just the error was breaking it. So there's no just like remove. Or I guess there is a delete, but the problem is, yeah, but the problem is if we just delete tag, we're going to clear all of them. So I think we have to do array manipulation here. So we're going to do const tags equals page.url.search params, get all. That's going to be tag. We don't need this. We don't need this. Don't need that. And then we don't need this. Then we're going to find the index of const idx equals tags dot find index. And then we're going to say v. So we just want to check where value equals, and then we're just going to return v equals param. So we're going to find the index wherever this is. So this will be, I believe, yeah, so we find that item, it'll return -1, or that index, otherwise it'll return -1, perfect. So we're going to say if idx is greater than or equal to 0, we're going to go ahead and remove it. So if it's greater than or equal to 0, we want to go ahead and then say, let's see, the tags dot splice, I believe splice is the right one. I always forget. To which, yeah, so we want to start at idx and we want to delete one item, and then we want to go ahead and let me just double check this. I suck at array manipulation and I forget all of the stuff. I forget whether or not it like does stuff in place sometimes. It's a problem. It's a gap in my understanding, which is a problem, but what are you going to do? So we do on click, and then this will just be this. Will be remove param, and then that will be tag. Yeah, cool. So we do that guy right here. So we hit natural, aerospace, nothing's happening in here. See, this is why I can't be trusted with this stuff. So we do, well, let's just add some console logs in here, make sure that everything is working. IDX. So we had tags and IDX. So we hit this. Okay. These are not even being bound to the right thing. That click is not working. Is the badge, is this just not even running? Hold up. Console.log hello. Am I just an idiot? Is the click? Okay, the click is just not even registering. That's neat. Okay, so clearly the badge can't be trusted, right? Yep, the badge can't be trusted. Okay, that's weird. We will look into what is causing that later. Then I guess what we'll do is we'll just do the classic wrap this nonsense in a div. Oh, the LSP is gonna yell at me for that though. Whatever, fine. Okay, you get to be a button. Congratulations, I relent. We go up here. Let's hit this badge, delete that, go back down to wherever that button was. Oh God. Okay, here. We'll make you look better in a second. Hello. I guess what we can just do is rounded full. That'll basically do the same thing. Yeah, whatever, it works. So we hit aerospace, it's hello. We can just hit this. Remove param tag. Okay. That's very weird. I will investigate that later. So we hit aerospace and then aerospace got pulled out. Awesome. Okay. So my array manipulation was not correct. Splice does mutate the array itself. So it does actually change that. It doesn't just return a reference. Cool. So that's very good to know. So now that we have this here, all we need to do is just tags.for each. And then we're going to go ahead and say T. We're going to go ahead and do, or first we want to do $page.url.search params dot remove dot delete tag. Let's double check that this is correct. Again, I know all this checking is annoying, but this is the first time I've ever really done I've never really used URL state before. So this is new for me. Yay, okay, it works. Awesome. So that cleared it out. So now we can just go ahead and do tags.for each, and then we're going to go ahead and do $page.url.search params.append tag nt. There you go. Okay. So now that we've done this, finally what we can do is I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to yank this. I'm going to paste it down here, and we should be working correctly. I'll give this some space because that's basically a separate statement. I'm going to refresh this page so that my state is all correct. We're going to hit natural, wipes it out. Testing wipes it out. Aerospace brings it back. Natural. Natural brings this up. Bang. Aerospace brings this up. Bang. Clear that. Let's go ahead and also add another thing in here. When we add a param, let's go ahead and also set, let's clear our search query. Query equals bang. Okay, we're going to empty that out as well. So now when I do aerospace, bang, cleared. Okay, sick. That's really sick. Okay, that works. And then so now we can just send that URL to people. That'll work. Okay, awesome. That's really cool. All right, one more thing we're going to do. How's the recording looking? At 34 minutes. Okay, it'll be a 40-minute video, whatever, that's fine. Oh, that's already in the product card. Okay, okay, we're not going to do that then. Never mind. Just pretend I never said that. I guess let's wrap this up. Okay, yeah, so that, it's not perfect, but that's a feature. That is a brand new product page with filtering implemented, where we can do aerospace, hit this, only pull up those. We bring up our tags, hit this. I'll need to do a pass later to make the UI look even better, or better yet, I'll have someone else do it because I'm not great at UI. Other people do that better than I do. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. The code for all of this is linked down below. This is part of a much bigger project that I'm working on. I'm going to do the deep dives for everything now. With this being done, really the site itself is done. Like if we go in here, we can add this guy to cart, add this guy to cart. We go over to our cart here. I have a bunch of crap in here. We can check out here. This will pull up Stripe checkout correctly. We're collecting shipping address. We're doing the payment details, all this stuff. I don't have my Stripe server turned on, so I'm not going to fulfill any of it. But all of this stuff is working and done. Our authentication system is working. We can sign in with GitHub. I'm already signed in, so I'll just pull this up. Homepage is a work in progress. The admin page here, we go in here. We can create and update products and all this stuff at will. Order still needs to be done, but this really does not, I don't think this is required in the deep dive, but this will be done. But yeah, this whole thing has been a journey, but I'm really happy with how this has turned out. If you guys are still watching at this point, thank you. Make sure you subscribe, do all that stuff, and the new videos will be here soon. Yeah.